Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good morning. Good morning, sir. You're welcome. To today's wonderful workshop. Let's wait like 5 minutes for more people to join us, so that nobody will miss out this wonderful opportunity. Hmm. File, lọ gbé tábẹ́ẹ̀tì rẹ wá. Lọ gbé tábẹ́ẹ̀tì rẹ wá. All right, we have 1 minute left. Let's see if more people can join so that we can start the wonderful webinar. All right, everyone. Can everyone hear me? And thank you very much, Mr. Muhammad Sani. I can Miss Rahma can also hear me. That's a good one. All right. I hope everyone can see the screen. Yeah. Thank you very much. I love that. Can we see the screen? Can we see the screen? All right, all right. Thank you very much, everyone. I welcome every one of us to this wonderful 1 hour workshop webinar on prompt composition and on prompt engineering for educators. We are all educators and we need to know what actually is trending nowadays. So, this is workshop is a comprehensive workshop for educators to master AI prompt strategies and to make your teaching to be more effective and more good. So I welcome us one again. So like I said, I welcome everyone to this wonderful workshop. And, I want you to know, as a participant of this workshop, you'll be able to learn essential strategies that is need for prompt engineering. And you'll be able to discover various applications within the classroom and engage in interactive session, including the live Q&A that we're going to have in this webinar. So I want you to get ready. Please pay full attention. This opportunity just comes just only once in a while. So I welcome everyone. All right, now to meet me, to know who is the facilitator for today's webinar. So I would like you to meet me. My name is Abdul Qadir Lukman. For those who are just meeting for the first time, I'm the HOD Mathematics Department of New Horizon School here in Mina, Niger State. I'm the ICT officer of the school, and looking at the other skills, I'm a coding and robotic tutors. That is, I tutor kids and coding. I'm a mathematician. I'm an MSCP. I'm a web developer. I'm a tech savvy educator, digital content, and editor entrepreneur. So, not nice to meet you all, and it's nice to meet you. And let me greet some people. We have some people like Mr. Abdulhafiz Balajoko. You're welcome. Everyone, I welcome everybody to the wonderful workshop. So today, like we know, we want to learn a lot. So I would like us to pay a full attention to every detail that is going to be stated today. So you don't need to worry yourself. The recording is going to be made available after the workshop in case you miss anything due to network problem or your gadgets misbehavior. So the recording will be made available after the workshop. So thank you very much. Let's start the workshop. So what are the things that we're going to be discussing today? The first thing we're going to be discussing today is to understand what prompt is. So and I would like us, within 1 minute, let me say those who can send in, what do you understand by prompt? What do you understand by prompt? Can I get some responses in the chat box? What do you understand by prompt? Anyone? What do you understand by prompt? I hope you can hear me clearly. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ezekiel. Uh, okay, 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 okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Ezekiel. Thank you for that. I also miss Mr. I don't know if this Mr. Shitu Fora also sent prompt and message we sent to AI bot in order to get an expected set of response. Thank you very much for that. Also to Miss Favor, it said to me it's giving instruction to AI to carry out an assignment. Thank you very much. I've really done well. I love that. Thank you. All right, so to look at what AI is, we're going to have the basic knowledge of it. And for those who might be hearing the meaning for the first time, so we're going to say, so in a basic language, what prompt means is a main instruction that are very important for our AI tools. No matter what AI tools that you are using, from ChatGPT to Gemini to Cloud, Now, those are just instructions for them. And these instructions, they must be clearer and more specific because the better the AI response will be. So, which means we are talking about those instructions that you're giving to the AI that tell you to bring out the things that you really wanted, not anything else. So, that is just a basic definition of prompt. And what is the impact of output quality? That is, when we are talking about the quality of the output that you're expecting from an AI, we talked about the effectiveness of the AI output actually relies heavily on the nature of the prompt that is being used. Meaning, if you are expecting something from an AI, maybe you generate an image or a video using an AI, the results of that thing actually depend heavily on the nature of the prompt that you are given to the AI. So, well structured prompt actually leads to more accurate and relevant responses, why poorly phrased prompts can actually result in vague and incorrect answers. So we will have gone through that, maybe saying on how you give AI instruction and it's not giving you what you are expecting. So that is because maybe the prompt that you entered is not well structured. Now also let's talk about an example of AI, a prompt strength. I want you to look at this example in this slide. Example of prompt formulations range from a simple questions to a complex instructions. And let's look at the weak prompt, which does add a general question. And let's look at a strong prompt, which provide a clear context and a specific instructions to the AI to maximize the AI performance. For example, you can ask AI that, okay, define for to sentences. That is a weak prompt. But by the time you now break it down for the I need the definition of photosynthesis in a basic language for a grade 5 class. AI will understand that, okay, these photosynthesis I'm defining, it's particularly for this purpose, not just a general purpose. So this actually help you to know what and what to type to the AI. Now we have two types of prompt. We have two types of prompt when we are talking about prompt. The first one is the instruction based prompt and the role based prompt. What do we mean by instruction based prompt? As you can see on the screen, is they provide direct commands or questions for the AI to follow, which means they are typically clear and concise, which make it easy for the AI to generate a focused response. Instruction based. If you look at what this means, it means you are given a direct command, no any unclear instructions is given to the AI. So you do that thing by giving a direct instruction and concise, simple and clear to make it easy for this AI to generate your response. Then when we talked about the role based, which is why we are here, the role based assign a specific role to the AI, asking AI to behave like this. Oh, but sorry, Muhammad Yusuf, you said you can't see the screen. Can everyone see the screen from there, please? Oh, probably maybe it's your network problem. It's a network problem. Okay, you can rejoin. Thank you. Probably it's your network problem, or you can just leave and rejoin. So, like we're explaining, role-based prompt, you are asking the AI to act as someone, act as a particular role, such as acting like a teacher or acting like a scientist. So, this approach makes it easy and enhance the contextual relevance of the AI responses by framing the expected output within a particular perspective. For example, can that person mute himself, please? Mr. Mustafa Mahmoud. Okay, thank you very much for that. So, as I was explaining, when you talk about role based, you're asking the AI to act like someone before generating the response. So, these are the basic two types of prompt that we have, and we are going to be taking a look at them today. So, now What's the next thing we are going to learn? Let's look at the art of prompting. I want to say, how do we prompt the AIs? Be it the Gemini, be it the ChatGPT, be it DeepSeek, be it Meta AI. We have a lot of AIs, and they have different ways that you can prompt them to generate the results that you want. For you to get a better AI response, be clear and specific in your prompt. Update and tweak your questions over time. You know, as you are typing, you see, oh, probably I need to change this, or I need to update this particular instruction given to this AI in order for it to generate something for me. And this actually help you in creating a better learner experience as you are a learner. Because those AIs, one thing I want you to know, they are built to learn from us. They only have limited information, but the way we prompt them, the way we ask them to do things, we actually prompt them to do more better. For example, for in my own ChatGPT, I'm using a free ChatGPT for a while now, and I'm getting a better response that if someone would subscribe to a ChatGPT Plus might not get if the person does not know the right prompt. So the mastering of this AI prompt, they are very important in order for you to get a better response from the AI. Now, let's look at the strategies. And I want you to pay attention there as a teacher, as an educator, be it the management level, be it a teacher, educator in the class, be it the head of department. This is the part where I want you to pay attention most. Now, let's look at the effective prompt engineering strategies. We're going to be talking about three of them today. And the first one we're going to be taking a look at is the role framework. Role framework. What do we mean by the role framework AI? This role framework emphasizes the specific role that the AI should take on, ensuring that the generated response align with the perspective needed for effective communications. And this component is actually very important and crucial for tailoring instruction. Now, I want you to know that this role, ROLE, it's an acronym of how you prompt the AI. So, what does role R means? Basically, R means the role. Then the O, what does the O means? The O means that establishing a clear objective, which is very essential for directing the AI output. So, and this component, I want to know that it helps you to specify what the AI needs to accomplish, ensuring that the response are relevant and target to what you are expecting. I hope we are together, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me clearly. Can everyone hear me? Okay, thank you very much. Now, we have talked about the R, we have talked about the O. Now, what's the L? L is the limitation. That is, you limit, that is the constraint within which the AI operates, such as the word count that you're expecting for the AI or the content boundaries. For example, not don't go beyond this boundary. So, and putting limitation in this particular strategy or how you compose the prompt, adding limitation to it allows and ensures that the AI's response remain focused and manageable, which foster better understanding of the AI. Now the E. What does the E? Can anyone guess what the E means? No, that's good. No, but no. E in the role framework. Evaluate, eliminate. No, 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 no. Can we guess more? E. We have talked about role, that is acting like someone. Objective, that is the O. Limitation. Now, E. What do you think E will be? Okay, okay. Thank you very much. It's expectations, actually. The expected things. So their expectation communicates what the user, as you prompting the AI, what you are anticipating from the AI output. For example, you want to generate a worksheet image or a particular picture you want to use in your class, and you are, that anticipation of, okay, this is what I'm expecting from this AI, from the prompt I entered. So that's expectations, which is very important in this role framework. This is one of the strategy of how you can prompt the AI. So it includes the depth and style of the response, and this component is vital for aligning the AI output with your needs. Now, that is the first framework that we're talking about, the role framework. And we're going to take a look at an example on them each. Now, the next point that we're going to take a look at is the gold framework. The gold framework. Are we together? So, gold framework, as it stands, gold, GOLD. The gold framework actually comprises four essential components as the gold stand. And the first one, which is G, means the goal. The O means the output format, the format you want that AI to bring that thing to you. Then L means the language or the tone at which you want it. You are going for an interview as a teacher, and you want, or you are generating a mail that will need to be sent to a parent or a professional in educator or a professional educator. You want a tone, professional tone, and the details at which you want to send. So this structure method actually helps educators in formulating effective prompts, ensuring clarity and engagement in the AI generated responses, and which is very important in educational setting. So this gold framework, as it is, it helps educators to create effective AI prompt by outlining the essential component needed for the successful output, like by specifying the goal, which is the G, specifying the output format, that is what format do you want the response to be, by the language or the tone that you want that AI to generate the sentence or the response, and the details. So when you know this goal, when you are composing your prompt based on this framework, you can tailor your prompt to meet this needs of your student or the educational objective. So, for instance, let's look at an example here. I'll go back to the role later. For instance, I want you to look at this prompt that I'm going to say, and I want you to pick out the gold from it. If you can identify the gold framework from it, that is the G, the goal, the output, the language, and the details. Now, let me say the prompt. Let's say generate. I'm asking an AI to generate a 10 multiple choice question in a table format using a friendly and basic tone on verbs for primary 3. Let me go that again. Generate a 10 multiple choice questions. Quiz questions, let me specify that, quiz questions in a tabular format using a friendly or basic tone on the topic verbs for primary 3 pupils. Now, I wanted to look at this framework, and I need for people to help me to identify that in this framework, in that example of this prompt, what can you identify as the goal? What can you identify as the output format, the language, or the details in this example? Can anyone help us with that? In the example of the prompt stated, which one do you think you can identify as the goal of the prompt? What's the goal? From let me say the prompt again. Let me type the prompt in the chat box so that we can check it out. Yeah, is the prompt. So it says generate a 10 questions multiple 10 multiple choice questions, and it's being specific, multiple choice quiz questions in table format or tabular format using a friendly or basic tone on the topic verbs for primary 3 class. Now the prompt is in the chat box so you can check it. Who can tell us from this prompt, what is the goal of this prompt? Thank you very much, Mr. Michael. The goal is I need 10 multiple choice questions. That is the goal. Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. Mr. Um, I think who was that? Sorry. Thank you. Then what is the output format? In the tabular format. Thank you very much for that. In the tabular format, that's the second one. The language or the tone. That is a friendly tone. You are dealing with kids or primary three. Let's even say primary one. You need a friendly tone. You don't need advanced English to let them know what you are explaining. Now, what are the details in this prompt? What are the details in this prompt? One, the topics that is on verbs. Another one is the words. The primary three. That is, you have specified the class. Now, let me ask a funny question. Can someone bring a weak prompt out of this? A weak prompt out of this prompt. Look at how good the prompt is. Can you think of how do you think somebody can actually write a weak prompt out of this um good prompt? Yeah, it's actually like that. You just a set question of verbs. The AI will not know what am I supposed to do. You just say center question. What you just give it a goal. You don't just say on verbs and the topics, maybe just details. You didn't specify the limitation. You didn't specify the output. So thank you very much for that. Now, after learning about the goal, what is the next framework that we need to talk about, which will be the last one today, and that is the teach framework. What does the teach framework does? The teach framework focuses on five key elements, and that's the task for T, E for an example, A for the audience, C for the context, and H for how to respond. Meaning, how do you expect the AI to respond? Now, I want you to look at that teach framework. These are the frameworks that you can actually use by yourself. You don't need to depend on one. Depending on whatever you want to use your AI to generate, that is what you are going to do. Now, let's go again. T for task, E for A, that is yeah, E for the example, A for the audience, C for the context, and H for how to respond. So these frameworks actually empowers we educators to create prompts that are only not only clear but also engaging and relevant to the specific student's needs. This framework is designed to streamline prompt creation by ensuring that we educators we focus on those key aspects of our task. And this encompasses the necessary components that we need for crafting our prompts that aid in learning. Are we together? Are we together? Okay, thank you very much. Now, since we have learned about this prompt, how do you apply them when you want to go to the classroom? That is, we want to look at the classroom applications of the AI in education. So now a timeline highlighting key application of AI not to enhance our education practice and student engagement. And one of the things that you can do is that one, you integrate the AI for your lesson planning, streamlining the creation of the comprehensive lesson outline and objective tailored to a specific learning goals. That is one of the things why you need to learn this as an educator. You need to learn that, okay, I'm learning this to make my lesson planning to be more effective and to make help me outline my objectives to a specific learning goals. You have different time of learners in your class. By the time you put that prompt, the AI will able to help you out on, okay, this is how you need to do in this class, and this is what you can do. Are we together? Now, the second way that we can use this is to we can utilize the AI for worksheet and quiz generation instead of us racking our brain on how we need to generate quiz, we need to generate exam questions based on the topic we taught them, or based on anything you have done in the class. You can use your AI to do that. It can create a worksheet for you, an image. As an English teacher, you can create a story with the image there. So it allows you for customizing your assessment based on individual student needs and your curriculum standard. Then the next thing is that this implementation of AI it's help in providing personalized student feedback, which make it enhancing our make our learning enhancing the learning experience to be more enhanced through the suggestion and improvement, because you get suggestion more from your AI. Now then the last one, application of AI in creative writing and project prompting. They inspired students to explore their creativity with tailored prompt and guidance. Now, thank you very much. Now we have talked about the strategies for a good prompt. That is a good prompt, and we have looked at a weak prompt. Now, I want us to look at the practical example and how I want us to try that. So, I want us, if you are using your ChatGPT, I want you to open your ChatGPT now. If you are using Meta AI, if you are using the Cloud AI, Perplexity, what's the other one? Gemini, I want you to open it. Let's say what we are going to get with this prompt. Now let's look at a weak prompt example, and I want us to do that. I just give an AI, make a lesson plan. This prompt alone can lead to something else. You just have ask an AI to make a lesson plan. A lesson plan on what? So this prompt can lead to a value that is an unclear and unstructured response from AI. So this prompt, as you are looking at it, it lacks specificity, context, and it make AI to be less effective. That is, your output will be less effective. Now, let's look at this wonderful example, how you can improve that make a lesson plan. Like I said, I will make an example of role framework. I want you to look at this example. We want to use the role framework, and we can want to improvise and improve a particular prompt that was given, like, okay, make a lesson plan on science, or make a lesson plan on photosynthesis. Now look at the good and excellent improved prompts using the role framework. The first one, don't forget R. Now, I want you to know it's not important for you to follow that framework accordingly to the spelling. Maybe ROLE. You have to start now thinking on how you will compose those sentence on ROLE. No, it's not necessary. You can actually form it based on your own understanding on how you want the AI to do. Now look at this prompt. It says, act as a science teacher, act as a science teacher. That's the role, and create a lesson plan. That is the objective. I want a lesson plan on photosynthesis. Providing this actually provide a clear guidance and context leading to more accurate. But you know this prompt is not complete. So who can help me to complete this? There's something I've not had the limitation and the expectation. Who can help me with this? I want to add the limitation and the expectation to this prompt. Can anyone type that? The limitation. Can you rewrite this prompt, adding the limitation and the expectation? Oh, we can hear me. Okay, who can help me add the limitation and the expectation? Because this prompt only contains the role and the objective. Now, can someone recompose this prompt, adding the limitation and the expectation? Anyone? Are we typing? Okay, I'm expecting the typing. Let's wait like 2 minutes to see responses. I'm with you. Hmm. Now, for basic three, do you think you can add something to that? That is that role framework complete? You have actually defined the role as a science teacher. Wait, please, that person should wait. Mr. Ezekiel, you can continue, please. Okay. Okay. One, that's lovely. That's expectation. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Ezekiel. I love that. So, for my own, if I want to rewrite this now to my own taste, I'll say act as a basic school or as a primary three. Science teacher can be anybody. Science teacher can be a primary class, though we later specify that it's a primary three. But I want mine to be specified at the beginning. So I will say act as a basic science teacher and create a lesson plan on photosynthesis with a real life application, like how pupils can actually see that. For I'm not looking at photosynthesis. I don't think basic three does they do photosynthesis, but it's okay for that example. For basic five, you have specified what you're expecting, the limitation, you have set everything that you need, which means the AI will now understand, okay, with these instructions, I think you need to get more accurate answer. So when you provide this clear guidance and the context, you are going to be expecting a good and lovely, accurate responses from the AI. Thank you very much, Mr. Ezekiel, for the wonderful contribution. Now, how can you enhance the prompt with good framework? Like we have already said from the beginning, so the Go framework, by telling the details, we have talked about everything. So, and this can be an example of how you can compose your prompt. The first one, the goal, which is it can be a lesson plan, asking the AI to create a lesson plan. You can even, it's about learning the framework. You can make it more better, not just following the framework, but you can also include it. Like, okay, as a basic three science teacher, create a lesson plan in a tabular format using simple language. Do you understand? Using simple language. You have followed that goal and you have even included the role. These roles are just for us to understand how we can compose basic prompt. But you can make yours to be more and more better by even combining the three of the frameworks together. So these structures actually ensures that the AI understand the requirements that you need. Are we following? All right. Now, when we have talked about AI, we have talked about how wonderful they are. Now, let's say, as we are in Nigeria, and as we know, everybody call themselves 21st century teacher, which some of them are not even up to calling themselves a 21st century teacher. What are the benefits of AI in education? And as an educator, as we are learning about the prompting. How do you think you can use this more? So incorporating AI into educational practice significantly enhance efficiency and effectiveness by saving preparation time. During then, when there's nothing like AI, you know how long it takes someone to write a lesson plan. Now that lesson plan is just like a nightmare for teachers. Like a nightmare for teachers. Whenever they ask the teachers to write lesson plan or submit something, it becomes serious. Or you want even ordinary. Let me use myself as an example. When I'm teaching some secondary school session. to set mathematics question being a problem. You won't want to go and use the example given in the class, and picking a value just anyhow might be difficult for you. So this AI that has come, it makes our work to be more efficiency, more effectiveness, by saving a lot of time. It fosters creativity and it deliver personalized support. You can let AI know the type of students you have in terms of when you have maybe different type of learning learners in our class, because you can specify, okay, in this lesson plan, let the AI know how you can carry all the students in the class along. When we talked about in terms of those learners that are kinematic and kinetic learners that learn by seeing, those that learn auditory learners, and those that learn by no by hands-on. So these are the things that you need to put in place when working with AI. And when we do this can ultimately lead to improved educational outcomes. Now, one of the things that I want us to know, as we all know, inaccuracy and fast checking. AI has limitations, such as potential inaccuracy in response, which make it essential for educators to fast check information. You will see some teachers nowadays, what they do after generating response, they will just do copy and paste. You are expecting a better response, but you are required to check what the prompt is. So we have 15 minutes left, so I'm going to be first so that we can cover anything that we have left. So it makes it essential for educators to fast check those responses that are being provided by the AI. So this inaccuracy can actually impact our learning outcomes if not addressed properly, which means if you are just using anything that you are given by AI just the way it is, you might have problem. Then ethical consideration and privacy. Ethical consideration are paramount when using AI in education. So we as an educator, we must avoid plagiarism and monitor the extent of reliance on AI tools and ensure the privacy of our student data and protecting to maintain trust and integrity in the learning environment. You as an educator, you are not supposed to be given information of things that are that should be private to the AI. Telling an AI might be, okay, the name of this student is this, and you think you have problem with this. No, that's not normal. So we need to consider this as an educator. Now, let's quickly check this. We want to do a live demo and practice, and I would like if somebody can actually do this for us. I won't want to do that. Can anyone do a demo on how writing a prompt to generate anything and not using any of the frameworks, and we see it on the screen and we see the response that you get? Is there anyone to volunteer to try that? Is there anyone ready to volunteer to help us share the screen, compose a prompt within a few minutes? Then we see the response that we get. Oh, thank you very much. Someone raised his hand. That is Muhammad Yusuf Saliu. Abu Hafsa. Okay, now you have the floor. Let me stop sharing the screen. You can go on. Share your screen to your AI and let's see how you want to compose your prompt and see, let's they see the response. So you have the floor, you can share your screen. Go on and share your screen. I've given you the permission. You can go on. Or try it again. I've given you the rest the permission now. The permission was off earlier. All right. If anyone is also composing, you can send it through the chat. I'll test it here and show you the response that we get. Wow, I love this prompt by Rahmat Muhammad Sani. We're waiting for Mr. Muhammad Yusuf Saliu. Anyone else? Is there anyone that wants to try? Let's see what we have learned today. Let's put it into practice. Anyone? Okay, I know maybe as an educator, we are also like our pupils, our students. We are shy to talk outside. Now I want you to create your own prompt, then you can send it. I'll read it out to for people to say. Let's create our own prompt by sending it here in the chat box. Let's say responses in the next 2 minutes. Responses. Let me read the first one. That is okay. Thank you very much. I'm still waiting for 2 minutes. Let me read this prompt by Mrs. Rahmat Muhammad Sani. She said, act as a someone one has gone. Okay, I said act as an is that it's supposed to be A, act as a science teacher in a tabular form of 2 columns. Draft a lesson plan with the following content: the class, primary 3, the subject, basic science, the topic for constituencies, the time, that is the duration. This should have been specified as the duration of the class, meaning you are letting AI know the limitation. That is, they want to teach that class for just 40 minutes. Though the time is already, it's okay, but you can rewrite this as duration instead of adding time and duration together. So the period, no, that's not necessary. Specific objective. No, you can let the AI define the objective for you based on the class. You don't necessarily let's define the objective to it. Because if you do that, your own objective might pass what you have already stated. That is the primary 3. So you can allow it to define the objectives for you and see how you can actually rephrase that. Thank you very much. Then Mr. Michael Aisi said, as a basic school English teacher, wow, I love this. Write a short story using 3-letter word containing the sound of. Now, a short story. Now, I wanted to specify the short story. I understand short means short, but you can specify the amount of words in terms of the word count. Maybe you want to look at the basic 3 or basic 1. You can specify like a short story of 30 words maximum, or at least these numbers of words. This can actually help you to knows what you are expecting, because this short story can be a long story for a particular AI. I'm still expecting more. Okay, I'm waiting. All right, Mr. Muhammad Yusuf Sali, we understand that you're having a network problem. Sorry for that. Okay, Mr. Michael rewrites his prompts. As a basic school English teacher, write a short story using 3-letter words containing the sound "or" for a pre-reader. Pre-reader meaning someone who doesn't know how to read up. Okay, I understand that. Thank you very much, Mr. Michael. Can we get more? All right, we have some prompts here. Wow, I love this. Okay, we have from Mr. Ezekiel Oludare. I'm a mathematics teacher. Okay, instead of saying that, you can say act like a mathematics teacher. Because one of the thing AI might not do that. You are telling the AI that you are a mathematics teacher and it might be using this type of tone as what do we call it in this in English? The third person. So you can say act as a mathematics teacher, create a lesson plan on the topic sought for SS3. Now, when we talked about limitation of AI, one thing is most of these AI, they might not know the Nigerian curriculum or how do we write this. So you can specify a senior secondary school 3 under the following subtopic, sought as an irrational numbers and its operations. Sort, rationalization and conjugates, sort, oh, this is too much for a lesson plan. So this is too much. You should have limited that topic. So let each subtopic contain specific objective and presentation activity based to ensure adequate understanding of the students. Thank you very much. All right, then the next one from Mr. Ibrahim Abdullah. It says develop a project proposal for a master's degree student on additive manufacturing initiative, including the introduction, statement of problem, scope of the study, and methodology. Now, I wanted to know, thank you very much for that, Mr. Ibrahim Abdullah. You can actually have another way to write this. When you talk about project proposal, you can see that, one thing about project, it might be like, for a master degree program, you can rewrite this as thesis. Develop a thesis proposal and you need to specify the field, because master degree you have opened it. On students on additive, you gave it a topic, but you should have specified the master degree in terms of the scope of when do you think that this can last long without any problem. So you have tried, Mr. Ibrahim Abdullah. Thank you very much for that. Then, all right, then, Mr. Muhammad Yusuf Saliu, we have act as an agricultural science teacher, draft a lesson plan from primary 4, subject. You don't need to specify that subject actually. You can say draft a lesson plan for a primary 4 agricultural science on this topic, crop farm tools. Then the time we've talked about, and then the duration. You don't need time. You can just add the duration. Then the specific objective. That is two details. You can just compose it without adding not those information that is not necessary in the plan. Then also you have starter, main teaching point. Oh, that's lovely. Just like me, I will show you mine. All right, thank you very much for that, Mr. Muhammad Yusuf. Then we have who's next? Mr. Abdul Rashid Abdul Razak Ajaur. Generate a lesson plan on senior secondary school 1 mathematics on geometry. Now geometry is not being specified because AI understand many topics in geometry. So you need to specify like maybe area of cycle on geometry. Then all those plane shapes, curve surface area. You need to specify. So this topic is too open because AI will not understand what particular topic that you are asking for. So you need to be more specific in there. Thank you very much. Then Ms. Adeoye Mosun acts like an Islamic study teacher, generate lesson plan on Jahiliyyah period. Nice try, but you can be more specific because you only do role and objective. You only did role and objective. Now, one important thing, always add the duration. That is, you want to do this class for 35 minutes so that anything that is going to generate for you will not be out of the scope. Then we have Mr. Muhammad Abashi, generate a lesson plan on SS2 on topic inflation and deflation and relate the example with the current. Wow, I love this. Now, thank you very much, Muhammad. Thank you very much, everyone. That's a wonderful one. So, moving on. So now, as we have already generated and we have discussed on how we can make those prompts to be more better. Now, we have come to the end of the webinar. Thank you very much for the active participation, everyone. I am actually blessed. thank you. Your participation actually show commitment to transforming education with AI. But you can actually do more better to do this and actually working on a book on a premium prompt for educators, just an ebook that have a lot of prompts, more than 290 prompts that are ready to use and designed for different prompts from different AI. Because like you said earlier, you can actually have a prompt that works for ChatGPT, but it might be different when you bring it to Gemini, or might be different to Copilot. So thank you very much. I'm very blessed. Thank you. And our class, the workshop is going to end in 1 minute. So if you have any question, kindly go. I will open the WhatsApp group. If you have any questions, you can drop your question. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Yes, I'm going to make the video available on YouTube, so I'm going to share the YouTube channel on the group chat. Yes, yes, it's just for 1,500 naira. So it's once if you need it, you can chat me up through the group. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a nice day and a blessed day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're welcome.